Bristol Community College, Mathematics with Dan Avedikian, Math 060, Topics in Developmental Mathematics, Section 1.6, Problem 18. This is Section 1.6, Problem 18. We have to multiply 246 times 135. So there's a lot of multiplying that we'll do here. So start with the number in the bottom rightmost position, 5, and multiply the 5 times the entire top row. So 5 times 6 is 30. So put the 0 from the 30 under the 5. Take the 3 from the 30 and carry it to the top of the next column over to the left. Now we'll multiply 5 times 4 and add the 3 that we carried from the previous multiplication. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 plus 3 more is 23. So I put the 3 from the 23 in the column where I'm working, carry the 2 from the 23 to the top of the next column over to the left. So now I'll multiply 5 times 2 and then add the 2 that I carried from the previous multiplication. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 2 more is 12. So now the 5 from the bottom row is all set. Now I move over and multiply the next digit over the 3 times the entire top row. And before I do that, I either have to move over a position automatically to the left or fill in the rightmost position of the next row down with a 0. Now I can multiply times 3. 3 times 6 is 18. So I put the 8 from the 18 in the column where I'm working, carry the 1 from the 18 to the top of the next column. So I'll cross off the number that I carried previously and replace it with a 1. So now I'll multiply 3 times 4 and add the 1 that I carried. 3 times 4 is 12, and then I add 1 more. 12 and 1 more is 13. So for 13, you put the 3 from the 13 in the column where you're working, carry the 1 from the 13 to the top of the next column over to the left. And again, I cross off the number that I carried from the previous multiplication. So now 3 times 2 is 6, and then I add the 1 that I carried from before. So 6 plus 1 more is 7. Now I've multiplied the 3 times the entire top row. I'm done with the 3. So I go over to the next digit to the left, which is a 1, and I multiply that through the top row. Now, before I start that multiplication, now I have to move over 2 positions to the left or start right out of the gate by filling in 2 zeros. Either way is good. I fill in the zeros. Some people prefer not to write them and they just move over as many positions as they need to. But I have my 2 zeros, and now I'm going to multiply 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. Now I can add the rows of numbers that I got from my multiplications. I'll start in the rightmost column, and I add 0 plus 0 plus 0. That's 0. The next column over to the left, 3 plus 8 plus 0. Well, 3 plus 8 is 11. 11 plus 0 is 11. Now, for the 11, I put the 1 from the right half of the 11 under the column where I'm working, and I carry the 1 from the left half of the 11 to the top of the next column. And now I'm going to add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 6. So 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 3 more is 6. 6 plus another 6 is 12. And again, I'll have to carry. I put the 2 from the 12 under the column where I'm working. I carry the 1 from the 12 to the top of the next column. And now I will add 1 plus 1 plus 7 plus 4. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 7 is 9. 9 plus 4 is 13. So again, I put the 3 from the 13 under the column where I'm working, and then I carry the 1 from the 13 to the top of the next column to the left. And then I add 1 plus 2, which is 3. And now I have a final answer. And if you like, you can put in a comma between the 3 and the 2 to show how many thousands. This would be 33,210.